afternoon, everyone. Myself, Rajesh Patil from Mumbai, India. My today's uh, topic of presentation is review of denoising technique in medical imaging. So, as we know, as we use medical images for diagnosis. So, while acquiring these images or transmission of images, it get corrupts. So there are various techniques are available to denoise it. So we are going to review all these techniques of denoising. So today's in presentation, first we'll see what is the introduction to medical image denoising, then various types of noise in medical imaging, medical images of denoising approach, various medical image denoising approaches. Then we are going to compare the various denoising approaches, then conclude it. So medical image, as I already mentioned, these are the techniques and processes used to create images of the human body and parts thereof. The purpose is for medical procedure, diagnosis or medical science, including the study of normal anatomy and function. Examples are MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, X-ray, ultrasound, computed topography, that is CT. These are the various images like ultrasound, MRI, CT image, MRI of neurofunction, MRI for joint. So these are the various images. Types of noise in medical imaging. These two images are there. So this is a clear image. Noise is getting added in this one. And due to this, we get a corrupted image. The sources of noise, we call it as a noise. This noise is what means it is unwanted signal. Unwanted signal. What are the sources of noise? It may the sensors, like from sensor we get a noise like a thermal noise, electrical interference. Even a patient patient's body movement or breathing exercise can create a noise. So why do we need a denoising? If we get a noisy image, then we cannot compress the image. Means we cannot reduce the size of the image. So it plus it is a bad for analysis or diagnosis. So various types of noise. First is a Gaussian noise. So it spreads all over the image. Like in this one, it is corrupting the complete image. The nature of the Gaussian image is like this one, and this nature is defined by a mathematical function. Second noise, salt and pepper noise are also called as impulse noise. These dots are seen in the images. So these are the combination of small black, that is a minimum intensity pixel value, and white maximum intensity pixel value dots. It is produced mainly due to the defect in the sensors of the camera, improper pixel elements, and faulty memory locations. Next is a periodic noise. So like in this one image, the noise is some lines are visible, clearly visible. It is corrupting the original image. And this such type of noise is due to electrical interference, generally sinusoidal of multiple of a specific frequency. So it can be removed by using a notch filter or narrowband reject filter. White noise with a constant power spectrum. It is totally uncorrelated. That is, each pixel value is unrelated to the neighboring pixel value. Next is a colored or Brownian noise. It is a non-stationary stochastic process. Power spectral density proportional to the reciprocal of the frequency. So this is the Brownian image, Brownian noise corrupting the original image. So various approaches to denoising. So there are 4 different approaches are there. First is a filtering method. So here it reduces the noise by applying filtering directly on noisy image. Examples are MIN, that is a linear filter, median filter. Second approach is a transform domain approach. So in this one, we convert any image into a frequency domain. Then we perform a varies transformation on the frequency spectrum. Then frequency processing is performed, and by inverse transform data converted back to a image or a spatial domain. So techniques are Fourier transform and Wavelet transform are there. Next approach is a statistical approach. It is based on a statistics or estimation method. Here we need to understand the mathematical model for noise or corruption during the imaging. It is infrequently used as it requires a lot of computations. Examples are maximum likelihood approach, Markov random process. Next approach is a machine learning approach. So in machine learning, it takes a partially corrupted input and are trained to recover the original undistorted input. It needs to extract features that captures useful structure in the distribution of the input. Example are ANN, CNN. Then after denoising, we need to evaluate the performance of the various processes. So there are two approaches, method to evaluate the performance. One is subjective method, second is the objective method. Subjective method means we have to involve human beings to evaluate the quality of the image, but it may vary from person to person, so it is unreliable. Second approach is a mathematical process is there. So the three parameters I have mentioned here in the root mean square error. The equation is given. It is root mean square is the root of mean square error. Next is a peak signal to noise ratio. So it is again based on RMSE value. Third is the execution time. This time required to perform the complete process. So three parameters are there to measure the performance. So now let us see some examples, some papers. So like Mr. Han published a paper in 2017. He performed low dose CT with residual encoder, decoder, convolution neural network. So in this one, this method for denoising used a deconvolution network. It was a patch-based training was used, which helped to preserve the edges. Mr. Gondara, he published a paper in 2016, medical image denoising using a convolution denoising autoencoders. It used autoencoders and convolution layers. It suppressed the higher noise and preserved the edges, where while other denoising methods were failed. Mr. Kang also published a paper for denoising. So he used CNN in Wavelet domain and construction error reduced by limited angle tomography. Mr. Zhang published a paper in his method. He calculated the weight value of each pixel using NLM, sharp and smooth denoised image, but lost a small structure. Mr. Duan, he proposed the method based on FFT and split Bregman algorithm. There was no staircase effect, but in this method, disadvantage was it used to lose small structural features. So by comparing this, if we compare this one based on root mean square value, so root mean square value should be small. So if we compare this one for image corrupted by Gaussian noise variance for 10, 20, 30, and 40, this value should be minimum. If we compare this chart, we find that here, like for 10, variance of 10, here 7.15, 7.23, 7.9, 7.46, and 8.12. So we find that here CNN is giving a better result as compared to other technique. For even for 40, if noise variance 40, 37.227, 38.223, 37.78. So if we compare this one, we find that here this CNN is giving better result for RMSE. Here value should be minimum. Next is for PSNR value. So neural network. So here this value should be maximum. So for noise variance of 10, if we compare all this value in this column, first column, so 10.46, 10.3, 30.46, 30.3, 30.21, 30.63, 29.85. So here we can see this one, fourth one, non-local means method is giving better result. Even if you go for 40, we find that this non-local means is giving better result as compared to other technique. So if we compare the advantage and disadvantage, so neural network using CNN, it is a good denoising performance can be achieved using a small training data set, but it is difficult to find optimal architecture for small sample denoising. For ANN, structural preservation is there at high computer, but it requires a lot of calculations. In third technique, CNN and wavelet combines a deep convolution and neural network with a directional wavelet approach, but again it requires a lot of computations. Non-local means provide sharp and smooth images, but it also require a higher lot of calculations, and a small structure considered as noise, and hence it is removed. That is also disadvantage of this one. And next is a frequency domain approach. In this one, it reduces noise effectively without generation staircase effect, but again here we lose a small structure features in the image. So by comparing this one, we can conclude that this noise is mainly acquired during acquisition and transmission. To decrease noise, edge preservation, robustness, utility to various acquisition techniques, and cost of computations are desirable parameter for any image denoising technique. Criteria for performance is performance evaluation is one is a PSNR, second is a root RMSE value, and third is the execution time. Every image denoising algorithm has their own advantages and disadvantages. So a single image denoising method is not capable to cover all the benefits. So these are the references, a few references which we have already mentioned in comparison table. Thank you.